Well, let's start at the beginning. What's happened this morning? Someone's been fishing?
Someone's been fishing and somebody collected wood, or somebody else had a little sleep.
Yeah, I'm not saying which is which.
No, you know. And then I thought I'd make some bread, number 2.
Oh, right.
First loaf, well, obviously it was first yesterday, yeah. And then just tried a different system.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look then. What are you doing? What's different?
No heat at the bottom, and just turn that round all the time so the heat comes from the side, and as it's cast, it should heat all the way around it. And then,
Oh, that's looking perfect.
well, it ain't bad, is it?
That's pretty much done, isn't it?
Well, I thought I was going to get a bit more crust on it.
Yeah. And you got a container inside as well this time.
Yeah,
then?
well, I don't know how to get the bloody thing out.
Well, I just tipped mine. Did you oil it? Because mine just fell out.
Well, yeah, I did oil it, but no,
Yeah.
to physically get the thing out of it. How am I going to get it out?
Just sort of tip it up at 45 degrees and give it a shake, and it'll flip round.
Right.
And what's over there then?
That's number 2,
Oh, look at that. That's risen.
isn't it? Better than yesterday's.
Yeah. Well, so practice makes perfect.
Well, attempt number 2, and I thought if that's any good, I can do it exactly the same, and if not, try it a different way.
Yeah. Well, we're learning as we go along.
Well,
aren't
that's the whole point of it, isn't it? You know. And I'm going to change my grill thing, and to that stick thing you got. I don't know what that's called. That stick thing,
we? I don't know what it's called.
stick pot stand thing. So yeah, one of those
Is that what we call it? Stick pot stand
thing.
thing. Right. And we got. Oh yeah, let's talk about fires. Yeah. So we've got stainless steel beer keg, kindly donated by a local landlord.
Yeah.
And someone's chopped it in half.
Yeah. Easy enough. 4-inch.
Yeah.
4-inch cutter. I thought I'd have to get a big one out, but it's only the 4-inch disc cutter and cutting blades, and
Yeah.
and then just make sure it's not sharp on the
Yeah.
side. You take the burr off, and I got one, and the other half's over there.
Yeah. Makes a brilliant fireball.
It does, doesn't it?
Maybe not for backpacking, but for van camping,
Well, I wouldn't have
it is perfect.
unless you want to make a hat out of it. You know, apart from that,
Yeah.
it's a bit much. But you know, if you don't have to cart it very far, I don't think. Well, you were looking at them big ones.
Yeah, I was
weren't
looking at a big one, like a metre wide one.
you? Yeah, which is a bit extreme.
It is, isn't it, really? So unless you're cooking for a big family.
Yeah. Well, so far, you know, well, you're having a stew tonight, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or
I'm having
possibly-
stew. Yeah.
Possibly stew.
You having pork ribs again?
Yeah, probably. I ain't gonna put that marinade on it.
No. It
Just salt
burns.
and pepper.
It
Salt-
burns.
Salt and pepper, and then dip it in that marinade. Well, it's not. I don't even know it's a marinade. I've never seen it burn like that before.
No.
Rubbish.
Right.
Oh, that'd do, wouldn't it? Oh. Oh, it did fall out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, mine fell out.
Oh, it's falling out.
Oh, perfect. Look at that. The perfect bun.
Ugh.
Hey, this could go on for ages. Can't get hold of it.
Oh, it's anything, isn't it?
Oh, you've squashed the bun. You squashed the top
Well,
now.
only a little bit, isn't it? It's all right, it's only a bit of bread, isn't it? Hey, I want number 2 then.
Bun number 2.
Well, number 2.
What's going in the bun? Sausages.
Well, I don't know if a sausage will fit in there, but
I think a bit of butter on it, and it'll be gone before you get a chance to cook the
It ain't
sausage.
going to last long at all, that is it?
That looks the perfect
That
bun.
is- I don't think there's too much wrong with that, is it?
No. Bring it down close to the fire. Take it off. Put it on. And got this idea from George when I was at the Bushmoot winter meet. Winter Bushmoot. Something like that.
Tight, wasn't it? You don't remember nothing.
No. So you can swing it round out of the fire and mess about. And in this case I've banked my fire, so I had a nice big log burn in there and I've covered it with ash so it'll just smoulder away and turn to charcoal, and I can rekindle that 12, 14, 16 hours later and resuscitate the fire. So that's a good one. I'll show that later on, the resuscitation. And I've got this, which obviously needs a little clean up. It's been out in the weather, but I'm thinking that I could turn the whole thing into a Dutch oven and cook on the side of it underneath, and just lift it off when I want to restoke it. We were also thinking about the heat underneath the fire. Maybe something can be done with that. Some kind of oven. Who knows? So lots to mess about with. Right, down on the beach, give you a little look around. You can just about see Paul's head in the distance, I think. Yeah, it's just stuck up over a rock out on the pinnacle there. And we've got some lovely cliffs behind. Let's watch Paul fishing for a minute. A couple of casts. You can see that we follow the tide in and out and balance around on the rocks. We're fishing for bass, and they like fast moving water. It gives them an advantage because they're very strong predatory fish, and obviously food as well. So there's lots of little rock pools around and little channels and eddies, lots of seaweed. So hopefully there's lots of food around. So we're using lures. So like plastics or hard plastic ones with hooks on. So it looks like Paul's got a spinner on at the moment. Maybe it's a Dexter wedge or a Toby, something like that. And it'll probably be around 15 to 25 grams, or about 3/4 of an ounce, somewhere around there. And he'll reel it in reasonably fast so it skims over the rocks. He'll pause it and flick the rod every now and again. Oh, it's a bit of a dip, not quite a flick. But just to give the lure an erratic look to it. Right, we're nearly there. Let's carefully head across. And see how the fisherman's been doing. Oh, rubbish. Rubbish. It's got a bit misty, hasn't it? What's happened?
That was beautiful earlier on.
Yeah.
And then within 10 minutes, it's this. No, I'm going to go back to the bloody van in a minute. It's getting cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cold anyway, isn't it?
What?
Seal.
Oh, the seal. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I called it a sea lion. Yeah, seal. It's a seal. Of course it is.
Bobbling about for like an hour and a half.
Well, there must be some fish out there.
Right there. At least that.
Or he's a bit protective and he don't want you catching any of them.
I think I want, 'cause I nearly caught that seal in thing, didn't I?
Oh yeah. Yeah. All right.
I don't think he's caught anything either.
Everyone's having a bad day. Yeah. I don't like it so much when there's these sort of rougher seas. It's harder to get in the right place, isn't it?
It's nowhere near as rough as it was last time, is it?
Oh no, no. Still a little bit rough though. Mind you, we were spoilt. We came down in flat calm a few times, didn't we?
Yeah, but then when it was flat,
Don't catch anything. Yeah.
Didn't catch anything when it was rough, but I got wet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's an adventure. Yeah, I mean that's quite a big one coming in there, isn't it?
Hopefully, you know, time to start trying and walk it in.
Yeah.
You don't want to get too close to that seal in case I catch the blade.
Oh no. We don't want an episode like that, but if you do, I'll try and get it on camera. Right, I'll leave you to it. Right, we've got steak, onions and garlic browning off in the pan, and then I shall be adding best part of a bottle of beer and some carrots, mushrooms, some broccoli, some potatoes, and that's going to be my stew. And bread rising. Oh yeah, and I'll have dumplings in there as well. So that's what I'm cooking. What's Paul up to? He started!
Hungry. Well, corn on the cob. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks much better.
Last time.
Yeah.
Same, is that marinade?
Yeah. Oh, that looks perfect this time, Paul.
And I've still got another bit.
Right.
Because I'm just going to eat it as it turns out because I'm hungry. And I might have a baked potato chaser.
Oh, right. Oh, right. So it's get on with it quick.
I've got a tin of beans, so you think, well...
Oh, yeah, but eat beans and jacket potato work,
Beans,
don't
jacket
they?
potato.
I've got plenty of cheese if you want a lump of cheese.
All right. No, I'll see how I'll go.
Yeah.
I might take you up on it. But, yeah. Well, that's better, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks much better.
I've flipped it over, yeah.
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 Oh, yeah, that's proper.
Yeah, there's that marinade.
Yeah.
So it's the same bloody.
Yeah, it's actually the same process, and
Yeah, yeah.
you probably got more heat there than you had last time.
Probably have. So much better.
Yeah. Oh well done. We'll come back later and see how it works out and what the pudding is.
Oh yeah.
Pudding.
Pudding. Don't know yet.
Well, I've had me tea. The stew came out nice. Bit much. Looks like I've got some for tomorrow. And had a little play around with bread again, which came out like this. Cooked it in one big lump this time, and yeah, it didn't work out so well. I put this over the top of my fire and used it a bit like a pizza oven, and the bread baked, I don't know, 25-30 minutes, and it was crusty. Turned it round a few times, and yeah, so had some bread with it. Looks like I've got some bread left over for bacon butties tomorrow, and we had some Spitfire ale. Had some of that in the stew. The bottle of Britain. Dear. And yeah, that's about it. Now I've got some water on to the boil, so I can have a bit of a clean up here. It's getting a bit messy, and I'm possibly gonna make some fudge brownies, or not fudge brownies, chocolate brownies. Yeah, chocolate brownies. So, see, if I get around to doing that, then I'll put the camera back on. We've lost Paul. He's had rather a large tea, and he's gone to lay down for a while. I think I can hear him snoring actually. Well, I went for the chocolate fudge brownie, well, the chocolate brownie, whatever it is, and yeah, it worked pretty well. I've done the same as the bread. I put my metal cast iron tray over the top and used it like a pizza oven and baked underneath. Slightly over baked. Should have took it out earlier. And not really quite a strong enough cocoa flavour, so not going to share the recipe with you yet. I'll cook a few more and perfect them. So what's happened today? We've looked at the fires, how we made them, what we're doing with them. We've both baked some bread, been fishing, taken you down to the beach and seen what that's all about. And we've been cooking some tea. And that's about it, I think, really. So I'll say good night to you, and we'll see you in the next one.